Dogworks Radio is sponsored by Alaska Dogworks. Check out their website at alaskadogworks.com.
You can support this podcast on patreon.com/firstpawmedia.
The key to any training is consistency. If you're not consistent, you will not get the desired result. It doesn't matter if it's dogs, cats, people, or even elephants. Learning is achieved through identifying patterns. Here are a few tips that can teach you consistency in your dog training. Consistent cues in dog training. If you repeat cues and say it one time one day and 3 times the next, you are not consistent. For more effective communication and training with your dog, try to make your verbal and nonverbal cues consistent. It makes learning new commands or tricks much easier for your dog. Keep the daily rituals. Dogs are each day confronted with challenging and confusing situations. They have to wait patiently for their food, stay calm in the traffic while walking, and sometimes stay home alone for hours. However, with fixed daily rituals, you can teach your dog that these situations are normal parts of the day, and with time, your pup will get used to these challenges as a part of his daily routine. Man, it's hard being a dog. Stay on the same page. Make sure everyone in the family is on the same page with the house rules. If you don't want your dog to jump on people, make sure he never gets rewarded for jumping. If you don't want your dog to beg for food while you eat, the whole family should know not to feed him from the plates. Dogs often get blamed for being stubborn because they are not behaving correctly. The problem, however, is not on the dog. It is often seen that each family member rewards different behaviors. What is the right answer? Make consistent rules and stick to them. Dogs don't generalize. If you teach sit in the kitchen and then move to the bedroom, your dog will probably not perform the command. Why? Well, because it's a new location with new distractions. Go back to the basics and consistently reteach the behavior. Once you have trained your dog in numerous locations, success in a new location will occur faster. Pay attention to word use. Dogs are pretty simple. They try to react to the exact words you say. Therefore, you should know that come here or come now is not the same as come. Which one do you want your dog to learn? Choose the words you want to use and ensure you are consistent with your word use. Practice makes perfect. You have to learn patterns and consistency as much as your dog. So, train your dog for at least 15 minutes per day, broken down into small 2 to 5 minute segments, and be consistent with your dog training. Okay, let's press pause for a sec. Maybe ask yourself, why did this resonate with me? What aspect of my relationship with my canine buddy could I apply this to? And what am I going to do differently this week to make my dog's training a little easier? Take some time to mull it over. Talk it out with a family member or trusted friend. Put some ideas down in your training journal and then check back next week for our next episode. And as always, I look forward to hearing your thoughts on this episode. So reach out and DM me over on Instagram at First Paw Media and let's spark a conversation. Until then, keep going. You're doing great. It is time to create the relationship with your dog that you've always dreamed of. Thanks for listening to Dogworks Radio. Find the show notes for this episode and all others at alaskadogworks.com. And if you know someone in your life who needs help with their dog's training, be a hero and share our podcast with them. And we will see you next time.
From First Paw Media, this is Dogworks Radio. We hope you enjoyed this podcast, and we invite you to subscribe in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcasts. you'll find a link on the episode notes. You can tap or swipe on the episode cover art, and you'll see some offers from our sponsors. You can support our show by supporting them. If you like what you have heard, we would love it if you could give us a 5-star rating and tell your friends how to subscribe too. Your hosts are Robert and Michele Forto. Our producer is Robert Forto and created for First Paw Media.
Did you know that Alaska Dog Works trains service dogs for those in need throughout North America? Each and every service dog that is trained through the Lead Dog Service Dog Program and Michele Forto and her team has an individual training plan. We train for autistic, mobility, psychiatric, and PTSD for our soldiers for service work. If you know of someone that may need a service dog, please take a moment and check out Alaska Dog Works on social media and at alaskadogworks.com.